Like everyone, I've gone through good and bad times. My friends, some of whom I've chosen to call my family, have supported me throughout my life. With these people, I've cried, traveled, planned the future, and laughed with. Although I have several good friends, I have chosen to talk about 3 people: Jenny, Katie, and Despina. Jenny and I met in university. We were both mature students. We both had a complex relationship with academics. We were both trying this time around to do better. Jenny would drag me to the library and tell me this is where the cool students are hanging out. Begrudgingly, I would study with my friend, and we worked. At one point, because of poor academic performance, I needed to take a break from university. I did not always believe I would go back and finish. Jenny believed in me, even when I did not believe in myself, and would often tell me, "You're going to graduate from university." Over the years, our friendship grew. When I told her I was transgendered, she said she loved me and would support me throughout the process. When I started taking hormones, we talked about it. When I decided to get top surgery, she said she'd come to Montreal and take care of me. Over several weeks, she took me to doctor's appointments, took care of my medical needs, and cooked for me. She was there when I saw my new chest for the first time. When my former partner committed suicide, Jenny came to Montreal and we cried. We talked about Andrea and the significance she had in our lives. We still talk about her. Now the tables have turned. Jenny is currently going through a hard time. She is single for the first time in 18 years and unemployed. We had lots of conversations about the future and what she could do next. When she was in town recently, I reminded her she has family and there'll always be space for her in my home. She cried when I told her this. Katie. I have a friend named Katie. We met when I was 27 and going through a period of transition. I'd broken up with my partner. I was living on my own for the first time in several years and had started going to 12-step meeting, which is where we met. We very quickly became friends. We supported each other as we tried hard to make changes in our lives. We had long, honest conversations about our lives, food addiction, and recovery. We talked a lot about the lives we wanted to live. It had been a dream of mine to travel and see the world. I'd heard Korea would be a good place to teach, but I had lots of self-doubt. I had not traveled in my life and did not speak Korean. I also did not know anyone in Korea. Katie and I had several conversations over several months with a big, life-changing trip. I would talk about my anxiety, and she would tell me, yes, you can travel, work, and play in South Korea. I got a job and went. I lived in Korea for 1.5 years. I traveled around the country, made some good friends, and learned a lot about myself. I'm very grateful Katie told me I have the ability to live the life I want. Over the years, I've known Katie. She's gone through ups and downs. She needed to move and leave job. As she goes through these ups and downs, she often lands on my couch and stays a while. While she's visiting, we talk about the future and what she could do next. She's currently working in northern Quebec in a school, in part because we went to a cafe together and applied for a job. Despina. My friend Despina is one I met in a 1-year yoga teacher training program. I was once again going through a period of transition. I was home from Korea, had started taking hormones, and just found a secure job in an apartment. Despina is also going through a period of transition. She was new to Canada, learning French, trying to get healthier, and applying for work. Despite our busy lives, we came to class once a week and learned to teach yoga together. We went from being awkward teachers who lacked skills and knowledge to being able to teach a 1-hour class in front of a group and feeling better about ourselves. In March 2020, we were in a yoga teacher training program. When the world got turned upside down, we started meeting online every morning and teaching yoga to each other. These daily encounters became very important to all of us. It gave us a reason to wake up in the morning and a bit of structure in a day. Friendships grew. When spring became summer, we decided to teach outdoors and raise money for a few local nonprofits. Through community, meditation, and slow movement, we found peace in a pandemic. Despina and I kept in touch and became neighbors. Last winter, Despina called me and asked if I wanted to go running. We started meeting at 6:45 when the sun was rising and started training for a half marathon. My life can be busy and chaotic, so running in the morning is something my soul really needed. In the spring, I ran my first half marathon in several years, and Despina and I kept dreaming about our next adventure. About 8 months ago, Despina was diagnosed with breast cancer. I was sad. She was sad. I was shocked. I could not believe my healthy friend was sick. Despina has made a very conscious choice to be positive for treatment and has thrown a few parties throughout the process. I admire how Despina has been dealing with her cancer. These are a few of my friends I've chosen to call family.